All right, man, let's talk about Cam Johnson. I talked about Dylan Brooks, possibly bringing him in. I hear Kay Cunningham, trainer on Twitter, says that he actively trying to recruit Cam Johnson. I think it's a seamless fit. I think it's an ideal fit. I think it's a perfect fit for what the Pistons want now. I don't know if he want to go somewhere and be the man. He happy, but it's money. I would gladly pony up. Obviously, I don't know who all got money. I don't know exactly, where you want to live at, where you want to stay at. Is it more about the money? Is it more about winning or a situation? But let's talk about it. Check out Detroit Piston Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I just think it's a perfect fit. You're looking for a three that can shoot the ball, who can defend, who don't need to take as many dribbles. You know what I'm saying? And you need somebody that can help you take on the wings. Right? Kay Cunningham coming back gonna help you defend the wings, but you need a specialist out there. And Cam Johnson is a specialist at defending wings. He can defend ones, twos, threes, and hopefully, Lord willing, you able to go out there and get Victor Walla Banana. That's what I call him. And I think you could be a team that can fight through screens. You could be a team that switches and be okay with the amount of length you got over there. Kay Cunningham and Jay Ivey are way above average. They're a big backcourt at 6'6", and they all probably both still growing at 6'6" and 6'4". They're a big backcourt. So you say you throw Cam Johnson out there, what about 6'8", 6'9"? Long guy, can knock down shots. You know what I'm saying? You throw a Victor W out there, long guy, can knock down shots, block shots. You throw a Jalen Duren out there, long guy, can block shots. And they're a very athletic team. So really, if they're able to play defense as a unit, that's a really good thing. That's a really good thing. Now you say, well, if they land Brandon Miller, would Cam Johnson still work? He can guard some fours, but I'm not sure you want him out there like primarily guarding fours. And really, I mean, can he guard the question is, on a night-to-night basis, can he guard the Julius Randles, the Tobias Harris? I think he guard guys like Tobias Harris, the guys like Paolo Brancho. Those guys are pretty thick. So that's kind of what you asking. Like, is he thick enough to kind of body up with those type of guys out there is the question, or you just gonna play it by matchup, so that's the question to be had. Can Brandon Miller eventually match up with those type of guys? So, and virtuoso, you're really going with two small forwards out there. So, and that's the crazy thing about it. He got the length, but do he has the girth to go out there, or the mass to go out there? But as a three, if you ever get Victor W, and that should be a really good defensive team. As long as you communicate, as long as they just continue to work on defensively, communicate and rotate and switch, and they can do whatever. They can fight through screens, they can rotate, they can switch. They're a very long basketball team, and that's what you need to compete with Cleveland. That's what you need to compete with Milwaukee. You need length, you need youth, you need the youth. But he's a perfect fit. I've been saying it, since the trade deadline. I thought they should have traded for him. And then say, you know what, man, we're going to pay you to stay here, man. We don't want you to hit the market. I would have just made the trade for him. I would have really wouldn't try to make the trade for him, but Phoenix had to give up something for him to go to Brooklyn. But, if he got a good bill of health, between him and Bojanovic, I think, you get, in Alec Burke, you got three really good shooters right there. And if you're able to add somebody else, hopefully Victor W., you got another great shooter right there. But I think if you end up getting Brandon Miller, then, it's a question to be had. Like, can I get him to guard some fours? You know what I'm saying? Is the $1 million question. Can he stud up and guard some fours? Or, do I have to look elsewhere? Porzingis, Draymond, Kuzma, and like I said, Kuzma is not a great shooter, not a great defender. That's my problem with it. Or a really good defender. So, like I continue to say, man, I love to pick up. He got a good bill of health. That's exactly what you need, a guy who low maintenance, a guy who can guard wings, a guy that can knock down shots, who kind of been in the championship before. So you bring in a good veteran guy, a sharpshooter, and with two guards in the backcourt who should be, really getting downhill, getting to the rack. Now you kick it out to Cam Johnson, you just get that much better. Now you kick it out to Bojan Bojanovic. Now you're getting that much better. So I think it make a bunch of sense for the Detroit Pistons for Cam Johnson. I think it's a seamless fit. Not sure who got the cash. But then again, if you end up with Brandon Miller, then I just think you probably looking elsewhere. You probably looking elsewhere. But if you end up with none of them guys, you get up with a developmental player, one of them brothers from Oakland. What's their name? I forget. Amen, and the other one. Then obviously you might just be in a mode of just grabbing veterans at that point. You might be in a mode with we take Cam, we take Draymond, whoever else available. You might be in there. Okay, we got the 4th or 5th pick. You know what? We might want to trade this in packages for Jaylen Brown, or I don't know who else ain't happy out there, and try to bring them in. So, but Cam Johnson is the perfect free agent pick for the Pistons. Exactly what they need. He's the perfect free agent fit. Straight up and down. There's no better fit than him for the right now. Now, if they're able to get Brandon Miller, then you know what I'm saying. That's how you kind of looking at it. But so it's an ideal fit. It's an ideal fit. It's an ideal fit. So it's up to them. I don't think Troy Weaver kind of seen it how we seen it last year. That's just crazy. And a lot of times you don't get GMs that come to Detroit to see it, how post see it. Dern, Jaden Ivey, and Cade Cunningham. He's doing well outside the first draft. But, that was his first draft. I don't know, if he got wooed in the interview, probably. Cam Johnson is the ideal fit. You bring him in, you don't let him lead. You got a contract, and a great thing for the Pistons. The draft is first, so you're going to know exactly where you reside at. So, if you get 4th or 5th, could Brandon Miller drop to you because of some character concerns? Absolutely. Absolutely. Could you take the pick if you land outside the top 3, and ship it somewhere else and get a known commodity? Absolutely. So, there's a number of scenarios until we get to the lottery we won't know. Obviously, if they nail the number 1 overall pick, which I just think they want to throw Popovich a bone, in my opinion. Maybe another team. But if you do get the number 1 overall pick, then to me it becomes clear Cam Johnson. That's the guy. And I talked about Dylan Brooks wasn't minded, but I think you would need a Victor W at the 4 who could stretch the floor and be a knockdown shooter. You will need the 2 guards to get better shooting. So, shooting the basketball. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. I think it's the perfect, as constructed right now, without them getting Brandon Miller, it's the perfect fit for the Pistons. Low maintenance, great sharpshooter. But hey, check out Detroit Piston Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Peace.